Let's talk about happiness. My wife jokingly says that all you need to be happy is a cup of tea and a warm kitty on your lap. While that's a good start, there's a few other ideas that we could incorporate to help us in our journey towards daily contentment. First thing to understand is that happiness is our natural state. It's our inner state of liberty. It's a freedom from negativity, all the things that make us unhappy. So our happiness really isn't dependent upon acquiring anything or learning anything, but actually letting go, unlearning the negativities and patterns that have kept us bound up in attachments and identifications with all the things that make us unhappy. Like I said, happiness is our natural state. It's the state of our consciousness. In Ayurveda, we have the concept of Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means existence, Chit means consciousness or mind, and Ananda means happiness. So this is the inner state of our consciousness. You could say these are the basic components of consciousness, Sat Chit Ananda. And Ananda is our happy state of natural consciousness. So human life is complicated in our modern society by the acquisitions, and we're constantly bombarded by information that tells us that we need to acquire things to be happy. Where in the ancient Vedic model or the Ayurvedic model, the concept of renunciation or letting go is a prominent feature. And above that is the concept of dedication. Dedication can lead us to true contentment and happiness because we're actually integrating our life into the harmony of the universe. So this is very important to understand these different concepts. There's a beautiful verse, Vishvam Purnam Sukhayate. It means that the universe is a perfect abode of happiness. In other words, the universe or nature is moving in its own natural harmony. And for us to be happy, all we need to do is plug into that natural harmony. In modern times, we become divorced from the natural cycles and patterns of life. And we have a distorted view about what happiness is. But happiness is actually a very simple thing. There's another verse, Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam shudved yasman brahma shokyam tvanantam. Brahma shokyam tvanantam means unending happiness. And that's brought about by tapo divyam. Tapo means to let go. Actually, tapas or austerity doesn't mean that we should torture ourselves or deny ourselves so much that we become unhappy, but we live in a regulated and a balanced way in harmony with nature that brings about that natural ananda, that nectar, that happiness that we're all seeking. So these are some basic ideas about happiness. Two other ideas are physiology and state. If you understand your physiology, the way that your body functions, you'll have a greater command of your life. And obviously chronic pain can go a long way to hamper our happiness. So we want to bring our bodies into balance, our bodies and minds. And Ayurveda discusses the different ways that we can balance our lives in harmony with nature. Specifically by understanding our physiology and the modes that make up our physiology, like kapha, pitta, and vata, these Ayurvedic concepts of the constituents of the biological organism. And there are many other ideas that can help us along these lines, from traditional Chinese medicine as well. Our state is an important thing. State just simply means the level of consciousness or the attitudes that we adopt on a daily basis. And if you can withdraw your consciousness from identification with the body and the environment and begin to get an overview. I've been talking about Sambandha Gyan, understanding the constituents of reality. By doing that, you gain knowledge, and by watching yourself, you gain self-knowledge. And that self-knowledge will bring about detachment. And from that detachment, your dharma buddhi, or your inner fire of intelligence, can begin to discern the different experiences of your life, and you can gain greater command. And by watching your states, your mental and emotional states, you begin to work with them and improve the way that you're able to express yourself, and you can command and choose the way you think and the way you behave and the types of feelings that come about. So happiness is really a simple thing. It's all about understanding yourself and letting go and living in harmony with nature. Thank you.
I still feel a kitty and a cup of tea do just as well.
I like that.